Hi everyone, it's me Jo, and today I really wanted to celebrate one of my favourite videos I've done on my channel. So back in the day I really wanted to focus on bringing new content to YouTube, and a lot of the techniques at the time were really encouraging you to use typical contouring, maybe the dark lines down the side of the nose, the cheeks, and I just didn't feel like it was feminizing in the best ways you could do it. Now, I used to do a lot of tutorials where I showed more technique bases than actual makeup looks. I then started to do a whole series on this, which has been so successful, had millions of views, and now I've been able to work with multiple people, from Elle magazine to Marie Claire to now filming a TV show about this. So I'm super excited about this, and it's been one of my favorite things to help people with, and I've had millions of comments and messages about it over the years. So I really wanted to share a really exciting new makeup line with you guys, and they reached out to me and I've been in convo with them for months now. So they weren't actually launched when we started to talk. I started to learn more about the brand and creators' history and the passion for transgender people and the vision they had as a brand, where they wanted to go forwards and develop a palette that would basically be your toolkit if you needed to cover beard shadow, if you wanted the coverage, if you needed the diversity of different skin types and textures, if you needed to have more of a, I guess you would say, a natural look, but you could also build it to a more fuller look. And I was really impressed by the formula. So Jecca makeup is actually, I'll put them in the links below. They are available just in 2 shades to start with. I hope they do bring out deeper shades as time goes on. 1.0, which is light, and 2.0, which is medium. I guess you would say not a full contour video, I have those on my channel, but I definitely wanted to share with you more of an updated celebration of all the work I've been doing behind the scenes. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. Check out Jecca in the links below, and I have some codes and bits and bobs down there. Okay, let's go in with the tutorial. Now, I'll talk a little bit more about Jecca as I go on, but I wanted to start off by my base routine before I even get into the actual makeup stuff. As you can see, I've actually started with my eyebrows and basic eye makeup. This is pretty much what I wear if I'm doing a day-to-day look. And the skin is already primed, moisturized, and also everything is kind of there for the building blocks. It's kind of like the underpainting for anyone that's familiar with painting techniques, and that's how I start and always have done. Now, the reason why I use more of a yellow tone for me is because I'm a little bit patchwork. Like, this is through a lot of processes of bad skincare when I was young, so do not go just follow me blindly and using a more golden tone on your face and your body, because I do appreciate that my body is a little bit pink, but my arms are not. So it's a very weird one for me, but I'd rather kind of neutralize everything to a kind of medium gold than to go full pink and look like a prawn, or to go too yellow and gold and look like I have jaundice. So this is the happy medium before we get in with colour. So now let's go in with the palette. Jecca is just a brilliant idea and concept, and I was really excited to speak to Jessica, and we've had months and months of back and forth just learning about what she does. She's actually made this exclusively for the trans community and for that purpose, for colour correction, for sculpting, for coverage, which hasn't been done yet on the market. There are multiple different ranges that have full coverage and they have colour correction, but to put them all in a kit like this is a medium, which works for me, and it just comes with this and this colour. So let me just show you on my face what the red pinky peachy colour looks like. And actually, if you kind of play with it, it's not a red, it's the colour, it's this colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this over the foundation I've already built in, and I'm using this under the eyes as a colour corrector. Now, the formula actually is very creamy, and I did like playing with this on a couple of clients because I thought it just really worked on a couple of different skin tones. But the way I use it, and I'm just using my finger because I appreciate not everyone has all the brush kits and everything else, I'm actually using it just down the sides of my nose. Now, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm really actually putting it right against where my nose would actually be slimmer. So a lot of people use contour. I don't advise doing so. I would advise highlighting against it. So where people tend to bake their makeup, and this is a skill that I brought to YouTube back in the day, this was not commonplace, very much a signature for me. Now, as you can see instantly, that's brightened and lifted the under eye area, and that's why it works really well to have more of a neutralizing base to start with, because you're going to be going with a colour that's a little bit lighter, if you see. So this has just got the perfect coloration just to actually neutralize the blue tones you see on the skin tone. And also, if you wanted to go in the beard, sometimes I do have a little bit of darker beard in this kind of V shape here. I'm going to just put a little bit on the top of my lip, and if I tip forwards, I'm just going to do a drag down my nose. If you guys wanted to go into the entire face and do a full contour, I have got specific videos on this, but I don't really want to go into it in too much detail because this video can go on for 20 minutes, and I have got that content on my channel already. In fact, I think my video just hit 1.3 million on that one, so check that one out if you're new. I'm really grateful that that video has done so well, because it was actually the reason why Marie Claire and Elle magazine reached out to me to interview about this, so very grateful that it's been so popular. So I'm just using a sponge right now just to really blend everything out. You really don't want to see harsh lines, and also remember, contours should be darkest on the outside of the face. If you did want to go in with some colours that were more bronzy, that were going to cut the cheekbones in, maybe slim the temples down, maybe define the jawline, giving you that more full glam look, if you will, because I know a lot of girls actually love that at the moment. Just be aware that you don't need to put the same darkness on your nose as you do on your cheek because you're going to look crazy in daylight. It's just not going to have the same effect you hope for. So the texture of these products are great, and I'm just going to use the medium concealer over the top. Now you can pair these either together by putting the actual colour correction down first, or you can wear this as a foundation all over and blending kind of out as you go. Now for me and my personal use, because I like to give more of a finish to my skin, I don't like to use pure cream products because I know my skin texture won't hold them up. So just work with what you've got, work with what you're actually used to, and that's the kind of secret to it. Now that's done, I'm going to be going with my favourite powder by Dermacolor, and with a big fluffy brush I'm just going to set this through. Now I can't stress enough that if you are trying to colour correct and you're trying to conceal your beard, this is the most important thing to set, because you will think that your makeup is perfect, you will wear it for 2 hours and you will realise that your skin has kind of melted it off and you start looking crazy. Been there many times before. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of bronze. Now I don't recommend going too crazy with contour. I think it can actually emphasize masculine features, because if you grayscale a man's face typically and you grayscale a woman's face typically, you will see that actually there is more darkness in a male face because there's less fat to smooth the kind of vectors of the face out, if you will. So if people do want to go into the clever contour techniques, definitely use highlights to edge in as opposed to using contours to slim down. It looks a lot less dramatic. So here is the final look, and thank you so much Jecca actually for reaching out to me. It was a real privilege to partner with you guys, and I'm super excited to see what you do. I hope you do introduce some deeper shades as the line expands. It's super effective for contouring, covering those discolorations that can happen, and it just is a great formula that works for everyone. So super excited to be working with them and to share it with you guys. Check them out in the links below. They have a UK and a US website I believe, which is jeccamakeup.co.uk and jeccamakeup.com with a hyphen. So check them out in the links below, and they've got another colour that's light 1.0, this one's medium 2.0, and I hope you guys enjoy. I will see you all in my next video. Check out my other kind of feminization themed videos. There's a big playlist on my channel, and I hope you guys enjoy.